A couple of years ago, Alloa and Clackmannanshire came in for some criticism for being boring and soul-destroying. It was also described as culturally devoid, even though it has a rich history which is often overlooked. The population of the town today is around 14,500, and although a once bustling hub of industry, much of that has been consigned to the history books. Alloa Tower is the main tourist attraction, and the town grew up around it. It was built around the early 15th century and became home to the Erskine family. As you approach the tower from the north, look down at the commemorative slabs of Parliament Walk, and if approaching from the east, you'll notice the Marcoat of Arms on the ground. Run by the National Trust for Scotland, the tower is open to the public between April and October. This statue is by noted sculptor Andy Scott, well known for the Kelpies near Falkirk, one of several public artworks to be found in Clackmannanshire. This one is called Lifeline and stands on the Shilling Hill roundabout, depicting a gauntlet from the county's coat of arms and a woman and child. It was unveiled in May 2011. This is also by Scott and can be found near the train station. I Can See for Miles depicts a man in a bonnet or flat cap and a child, representing Alloa's industrial past and looking forward to the future. It was unveiled in May 2008. The train station itself was reopened on 19th May that year, more than 40 years after the original station closed to passengers due to the beaching cuts of the 1960s, although the line was used for freight for a time. The Sentinels, designed by sculptor Rob Mulholland, who is also credited with creating the figure Still at Loch Earn, stand at the top of the High Street and on Greenside Street. They represent the changing face of Alloa and were installed in May 2010. This copper kettle was salvaged from the former Maclay's brewery when it closed in 1999 and is a nod to the brewing industry of the town. Alloa has some impressive buildings, including the Town Hall, where events are held throughout the year, and the former Borough Chambers on Bank Street, which opened in 1875. The hall was completed in 1888, thanks to the patronage of mill owner and philanthropist John Thompson Peyton, having taken 2 years to construct. Outside the Borough Chambers stands the ancient Merkert Cross, which was moved from its original site at the crossroads at Mill Street, Bank Street and Marsh Street, the former Flesh Market, to its present location in the 1880s. The shaft belonged to the original Market Cross, but the base and ornamental griffin mount were replacements due to it being broken and neglected for many years. It was Category B listed on 12th June 1972. The Bank of Scotland on Marsh Street is the only bank in Clackmannanshire. The building dates from 1832 and housed the bank's predecessor, the Glasgow Union Bank. At the top of the street, and curving onto Drysdale Street, is Alloa Sheriff Court, another impressive Victorian building dating from 1865. It was designed in the Franco-Gothic style and cost £8,000 to construct. It remains in use to this day. This is the Spear Centre in Primrose Street, Alloa's library and archive centre. Originally built in 1895 and later extended, this was once the public swimming baths and gymnasium which was gifted to the town by John Thompson Peyton in 1898 the same man who gifted the town hall to Alloa. It also housed Turkish and Russian baths, a plunge bath and billiard room. Today it houses local historical exhibitions, holds family history records, and a wealth of local history books. Not far from the town hall is the Boer War Memorial, which was unveiled on Saturday 9th April 1904 by Walter John Francis Erskine, the Earl of Mar in Kelly, although it was moved to this site from near the Sheriff Court where it originally stood. At the corner of Church Street and Bedford Place is the Alloa War Memorial, which was unveiled on Sunday 24 September 1924 by Field Marshal Douglas Haig, Earl Haig. It depicts St Margaret standing over a group of soldiers, half buried in mud. This is the West End Park, one of two large parks in the town, the other being Greenfield Park. This is the only surviving glass cone in Scotland. It was once used in the glassmaking process at the Alloa Glassworks, an industry established in 1750 by Lady Frances Erskine, and it's the oldest business in the town. The site still produces glass to this day. The cone, built around 1825, was Category A listed in June 1972 by what is now Historic Environment Scotland, but this was removed in 2016. It was also designated a scheduled monument on 10th November 1975, and this remains in place. The single-track wagonway, constructed around 1766 as a railway, extends from here by the Candle Rigs, right down to the site of the former bustling harbour. It was used to transport coal in wagons drawn by horses from the Earl of Mar's collieries to the ships that were berthed there. Remnants of it can still be seen today. The harbour boomed in the 18th and 19th centuries, but when war broke out in 1914, shipping was banned from coming up the Forth. In 1936, the Kincardine Bridge opened, which also impacted the harbour, although during World War II, ships were refitted at the site and mulberry harbours were manufactured there. However, its decline came once more. The harbour was infilled in 1951, and by the 1960s, it had closed completely. There are other points of interest in the town, including mosaics like this one. This artwork, the town centre mural off Drysdale Street. Churches, including Old St Mungo's, although it's only open to the public by arrangement or on doors open days, and the parish church, also called St Mungo's, dating from 1819. There is also a slab commemorating the discovery of a Bronze Age woman found in a burial kist in 2003 at Mars Hill during excavation works for a housing development. Also found were the remains of a male warrior, dating from the Iron Age. The beautifully crafted tapestry of Clackmannanshire is worth seeing at the Alloa Hub at Maple Court. Completed in 2022, it depicts local industries such as the woolen industry, brewing, distilling, glassmaking and coal mining, as well as landmarks, notable people and wildlife. The reason behind it was that the Great Tapestry of Scotland, which is housed in the Borders town of Galashiels, omitted Clackmannanshire's history. Alloa also has a well-established football team, Alloa Athletic, whose home ground is the Indodrell Stadium, formerly known as the Rex. Established in 1878, one of its most famous players was wee Willie Crilly, who scored 49 goals for the club during the 1921-22 season. There are also some impressive villas in the town. This is one of the oldest houses in Alloa. The story of Alloa wouldn't be complete without the mention of the nearby Gartmorn Dam. The dam, which is believed to be the first man-made reservoir in Scotland and dating from the early 18th century, once supplied Alloa with its water, but today is a country park and well worth a visit. The town's motto is "Look about ye," and we think it's a bit of a hidden gem. If you enjoyed this episode of Scotland's History, please like, comment and subscribe. Until next time, thank you for watching.